There is a misconception among investors that IPO investment is without risk. Do you know that only 1/3 of the IPOs that get listed make money for investors? Don't worry, I have your back covered, and in today's episode, we are going to learn all about IPO investing. Hello friends, I'm Vinit Bolinjkar and welcome to the Great Indian IPO Show. And in today's episode, we are going to discuss about the 5 shocking facts about IPO investing. Fact number 1. Only 29% of the IPOs earn you returns which are greater than 10% of listing. And if you were to hold these stocks for a duration which was larger than the listing period, then you're only 13% earned you a return greater than 10%. So how did we come to this conclusion? We went over data of 10 years of IPO listings. And over the last 10 years, some 310 IPOs came to the market. And when we did the cold analysis of all the data for listing gains and absolute returns on holding the stock for a larger duration of time, we came to this conclusion. So what follows is that you should not let your profits go below 10% if you want to sustain the returns that you have made on investing in IPOs. And this is the cold fact number 2. Fact number 3, if the stock price of an IPO on listing starts trading below its issue price, you should be worried. The reason being that what we have found is that almost 1/3 of the IPOs that listed in the market never gave you any returns. And out of these, 2/3 went on to give you negative returns. So if you want to protect your capital, do not let the stock go too much below your issue price. Fact number 4. If your IPO lists with negative returns, then you should dump the stock. The reason is that what the data suggests is that 80% of the stocks that listed with negative returns lost significant value. And to give you a correct number, 92 of the 310 stocks that were listed eroded more than 90% of their value. Fact number 5, and what the street all is excited about, is multibagger. So you would want to know how many stocks went on to become multibaggers. Well, 34 stocks, or only 10% of the IPOs that got listed over the last 10 years, went on to become multibaggers. So what is the moral of the story? The moral of the story in IPO investing is simply that there is only 1/3 chance of making money in the stock markets on listing. And if you were to hold those shares beyond listing, there was only a 13% chance of making serious gains. And finally, only 1 in 10 chance of making multi-bagger returns. So investors would be wondering how the IPOs of last year fared. What we did is we took 1 year's data from December 18 to December 19, and out of the 17 IPOs that hit the market, what we find is that 36% or close to 1/3 or greater than that gave returns which were greater than 10%. 41% of the stocks gave you insignificant returns or 0 to 10%, and 23% gave you returns which were negative. So this trend analysis of 1 year is very much in keeping with our thesis of what we find over the last 10 years. So this is a very solid study ratified by even 1 year's performance. So if you analyze the data, what you'll realize that IPO investing is a stroke of luck, or just like tossing a coin. But hey, that's not true. And if you were to spend a little bit of time in evaluating IPO data, what you will know is that your chances of losing money and subscribing only to a select piece of IPOs would really make money for you in the market. And this is exactly what we are going to do in our next episode, where we will be evaluating how to pick an IPO stock. So stay tuned and do subscribe to our channel. Until then, ciao.